Today I show you how to use AI on your Android phone, whether it's the Gemini AI or the Microsoft CoPilot or Bing, Microsoft Bing, the Google Gemini or the Microsoft CoPilot or the ChatGPT app, or even the website you can use directly. You can use AI from your phone or the computer. On ChatGPT you can go to their website, but I have the apps on my phone. With the Android phone, once you have the Gemini installed and enabled to replace the Google Assistant, you can long press on the menu here and it will pop up this thing. And I can ask it something. It's recording now, but I think it's understood that I'm actually not talking to it. So let's press the microphone. Gemini, yeah. Are you better than CoPilot? Let's see if it has any opinions.
As an AI language model, I cannot be compared to a human pilot. While I can process information and respond in a comprehensive way, I lack the physical embodiment.
Yeah, you can pause the sound from here when it pops up like this. It misunderstood me. It's trying to misunderstand me. I'm asking Gemini, are you better than Microsoft Copilot? Okay, got it now.
The debate between Gemini and Microsoft Copilot is a complex one, and the best choice often depends on your specific needs and preferences. Both AI models.
You get the text, you can read the text. This is AI generated here, and I could ask it, can you generate a picture of a flower that is yellow and there is a duck next to it that is blue color and a white horse? Let's see.
I'm still learning to create images, so I can't help you with that yet.
So it's not there yet with this. Can you make a calendar appointment for tomorrow at 4? Test reminder.
Sorry, I can't help with that. You can create calendar events by using the Google Calendar app. By the way, there are some extensions.
Okay, there is some extension that I could use for that, but I don't want to go too far with it. So, what's the tallest building on planet Earth?
The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is currently the tallest building on Earth. It's standing.
Okay. What's the tallest building on planet Mars?
There are no buildings on Mars.
No.
As of now, Mars is a desolate planet without any human structures.
Okay. Could there be buildings on Mars in the near future, in the next 10 years, 20 years?
Yes, it's possible to see buildings on Mars within the next 10 to 20 years. While there are significant challenges, such as the harsh Martian environment and the immense...
Okay, you can ask it to generate quizzes. Generate a set of 5 interesting facts quizzes with a question and 3 possible answers, and also highlight the correct answer.
Quiz 1. Animal Kingdom. Question. Which animal has the largest eyes in the world? A. Whale. B. Elephant. C. Giant squid. Answer. C.
The giant squid? Oh, the giant squid has the biggest eyes. So you get the results here. You can use it to make some stories. Write a small story about Tell me how to water plants while on vacation. think it's gonna get confused now with the story. How? Okay, you can edit there. How to water plants while on vacation.
Tips for watering plants while on vacation. 1. Self-watering containers.
Lots of options here. Okay, so that's Gemini there. And now we go to the Joule. The Microsoft CoPilot is actually ChatGPT 4, so it can generate images. So let's try to make a picture. Generate an image for me that is with a yellow flower, a pink duck, and a white horse. They're talking to each other, having a conversation.
I'll try to create that.
Okay. And it's showing these nice squares here. This is the CoPilot app. That's the Microsoft Bing CoPilot. It will search for you. It is doing like a Google search. So you don't have to... Oh. See, there is a yellow flower, pink duck, even like there's an extra duck, and the white horse. Duck, pink duck, and the white horse. Okay, use these illustrations in a small story about these characters. Not too long, a short story.
Sure. Here's a small story featuring the yellow flower, pink duck, and white horse. Here's a small story featuring the yellow flower, pink duck, and white horse. Title: The Unlikely Friends. In a sunny meadow, a yellow flower...
You can make it stop talking by pressing here on this menu there. And you can type it. You don't have to speak to it. You can actually start typing. And let's ask it also, what's the tallest building on planet Earth?
The tallest building on Earth is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It stands at an impressive...
I like that this one gives also links to the information. So if you want to read more, you can click on the links. What's the tallest building on planet Mars?
On Mars, the tallest building isn't a man-made structure, but a natural one, Olympus Mons.
Oh, wow.
It's the tallest volcano and mountain in the solar system, standing at an incredible height of about 22 kilometers, 14 miles. This massive shield volcano is roughly the...
Who knew? Wow, this is interesting. So this has a different approach. It gives you the information, but I have to warn you about this. Any information you might get from Google Gemini, ChatGPT, or Microsoft Copilot, from these are large language models, LLMs, and they might hallucinate. This is the word they use for this type of thing, when they can imagine some facts that don't exist. So if it's important, do a fact check, it's important. But if it's stories and just pictures, you can easily use it like this. But if it's something that's supposed to be based on facts, you have to make sure that these actually things happen. Like this building here might not exist, this mountain or what it is, but probably it exists. I'm not going to check it now. You can check if you want. Yeah, you can. Looks like it's real. So it even got the picture, and it's a different picture, but yeah. Gives the links to Britannica, space.com, Wikipedia, so it has some decent research here. So it's saving you time on research. This is really what AI is good for. And I actually liked most Microsoft Copilot. Even the Google Gemini, it's very well integrated with Android. You can use it as an assistant. It needs extra things, extensions to work with the calendar, and that's very limiting. And like this, I can really just use the Microsoft Copilot, which I'm using now. And I like the Microsoft Copilot app, especially because it's using the ChatGPT 4.0 ChatGPT 4. The 3 was better, now it's 4, then there's another 4.0 or something. And I believe soon you can use these apps to generate videos, even realistic, real life like videos. Pictures they can already do. These ones are limited because they have the pro version, where the pro versions they usually have they are not free, and you can really use them professionally, like generate really accurate, useful images. And I don't know exactly, maybe there are limits on how many queries you can do per day also. How many questions I can ask you in a day in the free version?
There isn't a specific limit to the number of questions you can ask me in a day.
Okay, that's reassuring. So, yeah. Can you make calendar appointments on Android phones?
Yes, I can help you with that. Here's how you can create calendar appointments on an Android phone.
Okay, it's just telling me how to do it. So it's actually helping in a way. Actually, I wanted to try the ChatGPT app. They have an app also, but I believe there's no point to try the ChatGPT app, while CoPilot is ChatGPT from Microsoft, and ChatGPT is becoming closer and closer with Microsoft, so I think they will buy them out completely eventually. I believe they already own part of it, but I'm not sure. For that, you have to look and find out more info. But it can generate pictures. The images it generates, they are not very lifelike, not like real images, but I believe in the Pro they might look a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know. But really, this is the Copilot. For example, if you want to learn something, if you want to learn a programming language, you can just ask it. Show me how to write a select query in SQL language to join table customers, products, and orders.
Sure. To join the customers, products, and orders tables in SQL, you can use the join clause. Here's an example of how you can...
Okay, let's try another language. Show me how to get a list of name and address and phone from a JSON file in Go language.
To read a JSON file and extract a list of names, addresses, and phone numbers in Go, you can use the encoding/JSON package. Here's a step-by-step example. Define the structure of your JSON data. Read the JSON file.
It's not going to work properly like this. You would still need to work on it, but it's a really great starting point for this. Show me a few useful sentences to use while I'm a tourist in Spain to ask people there how to do things around in Spanish.
Sure. Here are some useful Spanish phrases that can help you navigate and ask for assistance while you're in Spain. Greetings and basic phrases. Hola, hello. Buenos dias, good morning.
It can speak.
Buenas tardes.
It can speak multiple languages. Can you recommend me a few nice places to visit in the center of Bucharest on a 2-hour trip?
Absolutely. Here are a few must-visit places in the center of Bucharest that you can explore within a 2-hour trip. Palace of...
Okay, so I can tell you, these are really the most. Palace of Parliament, this is popular. The Old Town is popular. Cala Victoria is popular. Revolution Square is popular. And it was going to write more. Cismigiu Park, so it's really good for this. Can you recommend me a few places to visit in Larnaca, Cyprus on a 2-hour trip?
Certainly. Here are a few great places you can visit in Larnaca within a 2-hour trip. Finicauds Beach. This popular...
Finicauds, it's Finicudes, but it's in English, so okay. This is the most important part, Finicudes Beach. Church of San Lazarus, also important. Larnaca Marina, Larnaca Salt Lake, Medieval Castle, they're more or less in the same area. So yeah, 2-hour trip would be very useful. So this is, you can use ChatGPT or Microsoft CoPilot or even Gemini. Let's ask Gemini. Can you recommend me a few places to visit in the center of Bucharest on a 2-hour trip? Okay.
A quick tour of Bucharest Center, given a 2-hour time.
Okay, place Palace of Parliament, Old Town, Athenaeum. Athenaeum is nice. Revolution Square, Stavropoleos Monastery, it's very beautiful, this one. Cismigiu Gardens, very nice there. Public transportation tips. Okay, so this is okay, so this is Microsoft Copilot and Google Gemini. This is how you use them. This is how you use the AI in general. This is in the apps, but you can use the same way on the computer, on the Windows. You will have on the corner there next to the clock, but there you might have to type it. On the phone is the most convenient. You can ask it questions and it will give you the answers on the fly quickly. Just remember that the answers you get from the AI, they could be completely imaginary things that don't exist. Even if it looks real, like sounds real, it could be something totally made up. So really do fact checks. Like if you get a list of places to visit, don't just go looking in asking people for the place. Do a bit of research yourself, but it's a great starting point. Instead of having to search, it will save you a lot of time. Instead of doing a Google search and then going to many websites, you will get this summary and then you get the websites at the bottom, and then you can really get more information. So it's a great alternative to Google search. So you don't have to do Google search and click on 10 websites. You can get the summary here, but you can do both. You can do a Google search and use the Copilot, use the AI to guide you. You use the AI to guide you, but you also keep your eyes open. Make sure that you are watching and listening to what you're doing, not following blindly. Thanks for watching. Really, the best use for AI is to be a great assistant, saving you time, so you don't have to research too many things, wasting time clicking and scrolling and finding information. It will search for the information, give it to you, and then you read it. You have to ingest the information. Thanks for watching.